The new, reinvented Chrysler Pacifica has arrived. A minivan.
Here to talk about the new Chrysler Pacifica. There's so much to say. We're going to try to condense this thing a little bit. But I'd like to start out with saying that basically this is a vehicle that is more technology, is more advanced technically than anything else in its class. It is stiffer, but lighter and stronger. It is better gas mileage, increased gas mileage, but yet, it's got more power and it's more efficient. So this is a great vehicle. There's nobody else that has anything quite like it in its class. It's great for people with young families, children, empty nesters that are still hardy and active and want to get around, do a lot of traveling. It's very hard to beat this vehicle for that type of person. So I want to spend a few minutes today. We're going to run you around, and I'm going to stop and I'm going to hit some of the brand exclusive features and just kind of give you a quick picture of what this vehicle has to offer. One of the most popular things with this van for years now has been the Stow and Go seating. But this, as I said earlier, a vehicle is more refined, more efficient. So what I'm going to show you here is just what's involved in the Stow and Go, the new Stow and Go seat. Basically, this out of the way, you have a cavernous, and this is a very deep pocket storage, both sides of the vehicle, when the seat is not stowed. When it's time to stow the seat, you basically fold the floor out of the way like I did, one handle, seat goes down, one tether, seat drops. All it is push down, take this out, down, and snap. There you go. Here we have our 8th person seat. It's assembled in the second row, and what's great about this is I've already taken it out. It's very simple. You have a tether, you lift it out, and now you have your seat. All you got to do is say, okay, well, where do I put it? So if on a trip you want to put your dog crate or something in here, so you want this cargo space area, no problem. Take the seat out of the floor, you reach over, you pull the tether, the seat collapses. You can see it's small, very manageable. So now where do I take it? And we can store it right in the back, just like this. Problem solved. One of my favorite new features, I have 2 children. They're not so small anymore, but when they were, we had a van, and I really wish we had had this. This is the tilt feature. There's a lever on the back. Car seat is all strapped in. You want to put people in the passenger, maybe grandma wants to get in the back, or granddaddy, and you got your children here. All you have to do is grab this and tilt. Well, even for pizza eating, cheeseburger, milkshake swilling guys like me, you can see I'm sitting in here, 3rd row seat. I've got lots of leg room, and of course the tilt seat feature works really well as far as getting in and out of the vehicle. But the big thing is I'm sitting in here and I've got plenty of room that another person my size could sit in here very easily. So 2 adults can comfortably sit, and you can see it's spacious. I have LED lights, so if you want to read or do whatever. And of course we have our sunshades, which are nice on long trips. Keeps the hot sun out. So I've got my book and sit here and just kind of take it easy. But I'm not crammed in here like I think some of the previous models and some of the competitors' models. You have very little room back here. So really great 3rd row seat in this vehicle. Okay, another really nice feature for the families is you have the LED touchscreen. It's 10 inches. As you can see, it's a seat back, so it's not going to have any wires or anything to interfere with anybody else. And all the kids have to do is fold the seat open. You have two HDMI ports and another auxiliary jack here. And also there is a electrical outlet that's mounted on the side panel in the rear. So basically this could be streamed with an iPad or a laptop or a tablet, whatever. But you also have the touchscreen, and then you also have Blu-ray that's available in this vehicle. One of the main features in the front cabin of the vehicle is the TFT or instrument panel that we have. It's arrangeable and it's very, very bright and intuitive, and it keeps you informed of what's happening with the vehicle. I love the blue accents on the indicator dials for the RPMs and the miles per hour. Very, very nice looking instrument panel. Notice all the controls for your cruise control and your video or your audio devices are on the steering wheel, so you basically have the same features we've had in the past of ability to change stations, change venues, or I'll say change sources from DVD to maybe your streaming or the satellite radio without having to take your hands off the wheel. Again, notice this is the slick new 9-speed transmission with the dial indicator, which, you know, it's a little different from the column shifter, but I think it's really nice once you get used to it. You notice the accented bronze accents around the instrument panel, and also our new flat screen that's borderless. So it's a black screen when it's off and it's borderless, so it's not very noticeable, but you can see with the graphics, the LED screen is very easy to read while you're driving, and we have a very easy setup. You have 7 icons across the bottom, and you can see where you have navigation and you have apps and you have, you know, media, radio. So basically you touch whatever you want, you know, and it goes right to that. If you want climate, you touch climate, it goes right into the climate controls, and it's very intuitive. You just basically tell it what you want it to do. Right now it's in a radio mode. It's reading country 58 prime country, Toby Keith. So it's telling you, you know, exactly who the artist is and what's happening. And so it's a very nice, very updated feature for the vehicle. We also have cavernous storage in the storage bins. The vehicle is equipped with additional hot points. This is a USB port that's chargeable. This is another hot point that's also chargeable. And then we have our HDMI and USB port and auxiliary ports in the front. So you have a lot of stuff just in the front of the vehicle, as well as additional storage here. And the console has another pocket for your sunglasses or whatever here. And then, of course, with the matted area in the bottom, there's more storage in the bottom. So the console is much more functional than previous consoles, and it's going to add a lot of extra storage for you. Don't forget, we still have the classic sunglass holder, and we can still control all the doors and windows in the vehicle from the command position of the driver's seat with these buttons. And we still have the LED lighting, and we have the mommy mirror. This is a big deal, guys. The mommy mirror is very popular. And you still have your garage door openers, and a new feature for this vehicle, the 911 button. You press the 911, it goes directed to a 911 dispatcher, and help is on the way. Unlike some of the competition that was routed through a service and then goes to 911, this is a direct 911. Now, if this is pushed by arrow, which is very possible, kids running around, you have 10 seconds to push it again, and it will knock out the call, and you won't have to worry about the police showing up or whatever. The last feature I'm going to talk about right now in this vehicle on the front is the active noise cancellation. You'll see these devices throughout the vehicle, like small speakers. What they're doing is they're generating like an adverse noise that's going to drown out the road noise, which is the best way for me to describe it. It's a scientific process, but again, it's going to add to additional quietness for the vehicle. And then we get down to the seats. The seats have been completely redesigned. You have the wraparound back. You have the captain's chair armrests that fold down. These seats were designed to be more comfortable, more ergonomic, and more functional than the previous models. And you can see by the texture of the leather, the double stitch seams, and you know, just the overall appearance of the seat. I can tell you that the texture of this leather is very nice. And I think if you come and see the vehicle, you'll be very, very, very pleased with the interior accents. It's a very quality feel and look to this vehicle. Okay, so now you've seen it. I didn't show every little feature, but I just want to say I've sold Chrysler Town & Countries and Dodge Caravans for almost 8 years. It's a great product, very competitive. This vehicle has 5 different trim levels, and as far as the competition goes, we are offering more at each price point than our competition. I feel like the vehicle is more technology, it's more advanced, it's going to have a superior ride. We talked about the increased stiffness and durability, the comfort, the quiet. So the big thing with this vehicle, I think, is going to be the comfort and the quiet in the ride. So please, if you're thinking about one of these vehicles, come in and take it for a spin, because that's really going to be the really standout part of this. Experience it for yourself. Feel the leather, touch the vehicle. But I think you're going to get out and experience the ride and the quiet the vehicle has. I mean, for me, when I took off in one of these the very first time, it was immediate. I mean, immediately, I could tell. So if you're already a previous customer and you currently own a Chrysler product, a Town & Country or Dodge product, you'll be excited about a lot of the new features and things that we have here. If you're not, but you're in the market for a minivan, before you make that purchase, come in and give us a shot. Let us show you what we got here. It's a great vehicle. I don't think there's anything else in the market today like it. And if you're in the market for this type of vehicle, it's going to be hard to beat for the price. So based on performance and price and value, this is the vehicle. So stop in, see me. I'm here all the time. Love to show you one. Thanks.
Marlow Motor Company. Local family owned and operated since 1947.